it's just a good old classic. We get to see the Invoker play from ABED, a nice ICEICEICE Tide Hunter as well. Really excited to see how this team's going to end up having to run through, but another nice little 4-minute regen rune.
Trying to get in range to amazing if you get not the case. And
Fu actually up top might be first blood. Silence is about to wear off, so he'll turn, get it decay. He's got the soul rip as well. It's a lot of health back here. Meanwhile, Phantom Assassin just trying to chip out the damage to be able to find the kill beforehand, and he will be able to do so successfully. So inYourdreaM finds Play Hard, who does get a return kill with that blood right, but the thing is that the Phantom Assassin is able to find that. Meanwhile, mid ABED. Post dive's very deep for this. We do already have a sentry. We'll see how ABED's able to play. Yopaj still posturing pretty aggressive. Finds the shackles, sets up. Now let's see if he's got the follow-up damage. ABED tries to get some protection with the cold snap, but he's able to dive under the tower thanks to the evasion, so no procs will come out. Nicely played from Yopaj, very cute. Some tangos from the Ogre is going to be able to at least eat Natsumi through. So Ravage unfortunately used there without finding kill, and now they're going to try and look to pressure with the Wind Ranger teeping down. Yopaj, he's got that javelin. ICEICEICE gonna need a little bit of help here. He's still pretty tanky. Shackles not latching, and even the Fire Blast doing pretty much nothing there, but they want to continue diving under the tower without any rotations coming out. ICEICEICE is incredibly tanky. He's not done just yet, and ABED finally TP in, finds Tornado onto 2. Man, this Wind Ranger, they're just an instant tip from ICEICEICE. Look at the space. They get 2 down bot. Ooh.
he could have power shot as well, just get a little bit greedy. ABED just came bot to be an absolute nuisance to Natsumi. Even if he doesn't get the kill, he got the EMP combo onto him. ICEICEICE just being gone on again. Let's see if he goes down this time.
Arfu looks like he's not going to try and help him with the soul rip. This time they'll bring him down. It still takes them a while. You see how long it requires them to actually try and kill off this beefy Tide Hunter, which
basically a trap to venture past your outpost. So he's just closing the space where the morph will potentially be.
Arfu posturing very aggressively here. Yopaj, thanks for the freebie. Just focus fire, the procs of the javelin, and they want to maybe more. Although ICEICEICE is very difficult to kill, especially because he can turn around with the Ravage combo. And it looks like instead Ogre runs forward. Is like, oh, might have to double back up on the high ground. Although inYourdreaM, he's going to show up as well. They get the shackles purged off instantly thanks to the Kraken shell. And now with the Ravage onto 2, there's a stolen shackles from POLOSON. Makes it just a little bit extra sweeter as they find 3. And there's even a DD top if they want to take that and then get that tier 1 mid.
Despite the fact that he hasn't been part of any kills, yeah, he hasn't been part of any. inYourdreaM's been part of 4, getting 3 himself. He's still more than a full level. Oh, Skem's chasing him out, but
they got Tombstone. They can definitely protect this. Tornado clips 1, blood right on top of the choke point, so they couldn't really pressure up the higher ground, but they do want at least a hero to pay for their sins. It looks like Play Hard's going to be the sacrifice. Arfu still hunting down the Ogre as well. inYourdreaM can follow up, and now with the slow from the dagger allows ABED to close the distance as well. So Team Dog doing a very good job at protecting their triangle camp and holding the stack as well as inYourdreaM. I mean, he's on a monster killing, mega killing streak, I should say.
Like, Yopaj has been so close for so long, and there were camps that he... Yes, he's the hard carry at the end of the day, but...
Let's see, mid lane, they're gonna try. ICEICEICE toss back, gets out the Ravage before the blood right. Dire, they're coming over, but it might be a little bit too late, unfortunately, as that Ravage is now for nothing. Looks like ABED and Co gonna have to try and retreat away. Arfu gets a decent Tombstone up on the high ground. Natsumi's gonna be careful how aggressive he goes. Drops the Tombstone himself, and then with the Manta gets out of the Spirit Vessel and dying, falling down to the southern side. But it looks like inYourdreaM's gonna commit to the fight, but he's gonna be careful because Natsumi just shreds through him with the adaptive strike. And now they want more. We're already finding 3 heroes. Trying to try and get a little bit extra greedy with getting a 4th. Don't even have to try and commit too heavily there as Yopaj snipes him down with that power shot. A triple for your Wind Ranger. And
even, you know, if Rubik, for example, is able to steal the Avalanche, that's going to even further boost the effectiveness of it.
Yep.
He's dead?
Yeah, Radiant positioning around their observer on the high ground, so Arfu's going to pay the price, and ICEICEICE as well is just going to get brought down. So you see Radiant, knowing that the Phantom Assassin's still without hitting the timing, and
gotta be said, poor positioning coming through ICEICEICE and Arfu.
Neon just punishing.
Aegis? Hello?
Just lucky no one's...
We're not getting an ace situation. Okay, okay.
Neon getting a little bit further control throughout it, and you got to keep in mind as well, the Morphling matchup versus the Phantom Assassin, it's pretty decent, honestly. Like, PA can never really burst you down with the high amount of armor you have, and Natsumi is nicely done. Yopaj and Skem, just the Roman duo is getting pretty close to the 18 as well, so it's gonna have only a 4-second downtime with that ultimate. Yeah, they're gonna smoke up. ICEICEICE showing mid. I mean, he's got R4 in the back line, but you got to keep in mind the Tombstone's still down, and now he's just trying to run away, but Disruptions taking him down a little bit. They don't get that toss combo. Actually, they get their own Tombstone with Natsumi showing up, utilizing the Replicate on top of the Undying, and now with the ATOS control from the Bloodseeker, they find R4 as well. A double for Natsumi. Now, he's got enough gold for this Ghost Scepter in a short duration here, and that's going to be right before the BKB.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, they are. They're going to see all three of them. Nice position from Skem. He's going to try and burst down the Rubik here. Won't be successful. Now they're going to try and look to turn. Yopaj going to give some protection. Shackles onto 2. Skem, however, stuck inside. The Sunstrike finds a connection for Radiant. Do they want to continue forward for more? Ravage locks in both. inYourdreaM popping the BKB. He's going to try and deal with the Bloodseeker. Is successful at doing so, but now with the backline, Yopaj just shreds through the Phantom Assassin with that MKB. Natsumi's had a pretty free fight as well. Just waveforms aggressively on top of ABED with the last right click from the win range, and Natsumi still doesn't really able to carry the world, although the Fade Bolt now is able to deal with that first life. Shackles back up though, so ICEICEICE's TP is going to get cancelled now. Natsumi, he just wants a little bit extra love. And they knew they were going to get ICEICEICE. They just wanted POLOSON instead. They're trying to find a full 5-man wipe there, and
Probably not. You know, they don't have the same cohesion as someone like Neon, who's been together for so long. Yes, there's been one change, but 4 out of the 5 are the exact same, so they know how they play.
And ICEICEICE down bot. Could be in trouble here. Pops the hood, but Natsumi with so much physical damage, didn't even have to really worry about the shotgun build. And now meanwhile mid, they're pinging out as well. Polo.
Nice lift.
Yeah, nice telekinesis. We'll see if they're able to kind of just split push this one out. I mean, the good thing is that Radiant, you know, you don't have Roshan up at the moment, so you really need that to walk up high ground unless you get like a massive pick off there, or they waste Ravage and maybe you feel a little bit confident doing so. But oh, it's just a solo kill. Yopaj with a DD, Arcane. Shackle's gonna be up pretty soon. ICEICEICE just gets a TP up, man, and that just enables the Wind Ranger to find these constant pickoffs, and they might just end up trying to jump inside and see what more they can get, as Natsumi's already got top shoved in. They need the vision for the jump forward. Skem's going to try and provide that. They're getting on top of ABED, but now with the Tombstone drop, Natsumi's going to deal with it straight away. Skem getting brought pretty low here. Used to try and control him to provide some strays. Sets up for the Sunstrike. Meanwhile, Yopaj once again dealing with the core, just blinking on top of the back with the BKB. Now there's not really carrying the world. Dire, they've got the buyback on the Phantom Assassin, but I mean, if you force that buyback, this game feels like it's incredibly over. So
either you lose your racks or you buy back, and then you're that much further away. So he's doing the right thing, in my opinion. You know, it's 1 lane of racks. It's not the end of the game.
Oh no, look at the damage with the toss and the rupture. There's nothing they can do. Once again, Yopaj had this focus fires as well. It's a godlike Shri for Natsumi, and unfortunately we haven't seen this Cataclysm Ravage combo come into play just yet. It's now just a lot of buffs for Natsumi. Play hard's, it's got that Solar Crest, just got the blood loss as well. My dude's just sieging so incredibly hard and fast, and now with the toss back, Polo is in trouble as well. So unfortunately nothing they can really do to help him. The Bleed's gonna be the one to claim his life. That's a beyond godlike streak now for Natsumi, and you know, at least you have the Ravage Cataclysm combo, which is I think the saving grace now without the rapier from inYourdreaM. They're gonna have to mount a stellar high ground defense, but how do you find the angle to start without a way to initiate? Maybe you can hope that Neon dive a little bit too far. Yopaj once again going to try and find the core in ABED, but I mean, there's nothing you can do against the BKB. inYourdreaM's just going to blink forward, but now he's going to be careful as well. Use Rupture controlling. Meanwhile, Natsumi's just going to deal with the backline. Blade Melt does do a little bit, but doesn't at least prevent him from nuking down the support. Now with the buybacks coming out, ICEICEICE chucks at the Ravage. There's no follow-up at the moment. It's just a Phantom Assassin, but the Cataclysm is available because the Invoker's down for 30 seconds without a buyback. But they're still running rampant here as Natsumi controlling up inYourdreaM. He's incredibly outside the base here. He's going to try and get back in with the Phantom Strike, but it just doesn't matter. Neon styling over Team Dog at the moment, and they'll finally call it quits. It's a 29-minute victory for Neon's new roster here as they take down Team Dog.
Good gameplay coming through from Neon and just abusing. The big thing that I noticed in that game was that they were so effective at staggering these deaths that... Drow, well, that's not beefy at all. I'm a little worried about the squishiness from Neon. It just relies on perfect execution. Is that Zhao is able to just move on forward. If he gets a single right click onto anyone with that Orb of Venom, in addition to the Frost Arrows, they're basically done. Surprised. He doesn't just keep committing onto Polo.
They might go for ICEICEICE instead, though. Yeah, he's overstepped the mark a little bit too far, and he will be punished.
Double.
And that's going to be an extra kill down bot. The combo with the Undying and the Drow. It's such a goddamn good lane.
It depends what he's gone for skill-wise. So he's looking to max out the Flame Guard and then just the value point in the Sleight of Fist. I think it's generally okay. You're going to have a hard time trying to kill ABED. That's the thing. And he has the luxury of... Oh, is your opponent going to go down?
ABED might get a solo kill. Yeah, pops the Fairy Fire, but the slow nonetheless. ABED will chase him down, man. ABED just that X under the tower, so he tanked up an extra couple of right clicks.
Then the Ember Spirit he has to wait all the way until level 6. So a lot more pressure, and you can play a lot more ballsy if you're playing this Conquer.
Well done, bot. He's in trouble here. Natsumi's going to try and give him some protection with the multi-shot slow. Now they're actually going to try and look to turn, but the extra soul repeal gets a nice little two-man decay. And looks like ICEICEICE is going to be punished. So the Natsumi with the ball on top of the creep wave. Do they have the damage coming through? Polo, oh, it's just not enough. The double once again. Undying has got all the kills down bot.
Just means that Undying's able to get a lot beefier by up. Oh, look, he's just going to go and deny himself to the tier 2 tower to get the free trip back home. And oh, is he dead on Natsumi? This is a bit of poor positioning from him.
Leaves him solo right now, and it looks like ICEICEICE and Polo want to punish this. ICEICEICE claims the kill. Very nicely done. Just without the Undying, the lane shouldn't be playing as pushed up forward as what he was. And now Arfu top as well. Shackles sets off for the Blood Right. inYourdreaM's going to provide him a little bit of space here. Once again, we see ABED, though, finding a kill mid. That's without popping the ultimate there. So a couple of blunders, I guess, from Yopaj. Those early deaths. We'll see how his game's still going to continue on. It's very early, but anyways, if it can be costly for them in the early to mid game. This top Blihard's in trouble here though. inYourdreaM with the help of Arfu, just he overcharges so filthy, but now it looks like Yopaj is going to come back up with that TP rotation, finds the kill on top of the Zen. Very nicely done. And now Arfu as well actually tethers down to try and attempt the TP out. Yopaj doesn't have a way to cancel that, and ABED, he's actually come through, wants a little bit of revenge. That torrent just off the mark, unfortunately. Would have been a nice rotation for ABED, but now he's kind of stuck up here. I guess meanwhile you see supports are trying to soak up a little bit of experience mid. ABED actually no slides on cooldown, and Yopaj stunned up. Tidebringer. ABED so much damage here. One more right click. So nicely done from the Conquer, recognizing that the Ember, this tower is going to end up falling before they get here fast enough. They are going to TP in the Ember as well, so ICEICEICE is going to cost his life here for pushing this aggressively. Let's see if they get the... He still gets the tower nonetheless, but yeah. Yopaj claims the kill, buys out the Necros before he dies, so you see they're trying to kind of play aggressively around the Dyer's triangle, as they do have the bounties coming up pretty shortly, but instantly that ward getting taken away. And ABED, oh, unfortunately, he was actually able to steal the bounty there, and now it looks like Ember might be in trouble. They got the follow-up control. The Soul Rope, unfortunately, doesn't give him enough health to be able to keep alive through the chain lockdown that Team Dog have at the moment. Really nicely done. It's looking okay with how much farm Natsumi's getting, or are they a bit behind what you were hoping?
It's looking a little rough, to be honest. I was hoping that, you know, if you're a Neon fan, that you want that Spirit Vessel up online ASAP, just to be able to deal with it. That kill's going to help. Wait, the relocating in.
The Necro book is well. Oh no, it doesn't matter for the relocate. Fu is the one. So finally we see them both showing off with that relocate gank potential, and let's see if they want to keep him down. Although meanwhile mid, Polo ruptured up. Gonna try and put some pressure on top of the Shaman. They can even drop the Tombstone just in case there's a dire potential, but Polo is actually going to try and turn with the Serpent Wards. Multi-shot just deals with him instantly. They can also claim out that Tombstone if they want more, and the blood's going to come through as Play Hard on trouble on top of the back line. Inside the river though, ABED finds a control, drags back the Undying. Natsumi's got a free position on the high ground here. ICEICEICE able to find the ball, but can you get up the high ground fast enough? inYourdreaM's going to have this Stormhammer up in a couple of seconds, but nice silence providing the distance. Now Natsumi looking to turn as well. Meanwhile, yeah, he's just dishing out a lot of the tanky effect, but it looks like now once they get the kill on the Undying, they're going to try and turn and deal with the Drow Ranger next. Natsumi pays the price. Yopaj still doing a pretty decent job at least disrupting the back. Finds himself a double kill, but he's already utilized all the remnants here, so Ember, he's in trouble. Polo with that follow-up control. They're going to be able to bring down 3 on Neon. Very nicely done there.
Something that's able to sustain the rest of his team, because you can be tanky, but it's not going to stop the rest of the team just going past you, especially once you've got that Aghanim Scepter up on the Sven.
Nice position for the Shamans. Going to end up popping the smoke. Instant Hex, though. The Stormhammer still finds the connection now with the Blood right on top of the back line as well, but they haven't cancelled the Shackles. Unable to fall raw. Ember is in trouble. They're going to be able to get the Soul Root up Dire. They've used a lot of the stuns at the start of the fight. Let's see if they're going to be able to come off cooldown here to deal with the Ember once he jumps back forward. Boat off the mark. A lot of abilities being whiffed, but now with the relocate straight on top of the back line, they found Natsumi. That's a perfect target that they've won. And now with the free movement they get thanks to the Ire ultimate, they're just going to be able to hunt down Drow. They'll even find the Undying as well underneath the tier 1 tower, but they're not done just yet. Unfortunately, without a way to be able to cancel the TP, Play Hard's going to be able to make it back inside the base, but there we go. They're going to smoke up, but unfortunately that's underneath vision, so let's see if they can get set up here. ICEICEICE actually playing this pretty far forward. Doesn't have enough mana for the Roar. Now it gets a little bit, but it looks like with the Blood Riot silencing him, unable to get any abilities off, but inYourdreaM straight on top of the backline. Going to try and deal with Skem first. As soon as they see the Drow Ranger, they just turn their attention. Polo also beelines towards the Drow Ranger as well. The Storm's going to try and help out, but it doesn't matter. The Drows can't sustain the damage that Dire have. They actually sent back both the heroes here with the relocate, so now ABED and Polo, can they do it themselves, however, against Yopaj and Play Hard? They got the Serpent Wards in a decent spot. Atos controlling up in the Blood Riot. inYourdreaM's coming back forward now with the Tether as well, just in the nick of time as Polo keeps his life. Bloodseek is incredibly speedy, but he's not speedy enough to get out of range of the Torrent. A godlike spree for ABED, as they've got a 7,000 net worth advantage, and we are just seeing time and time again, this Drow just cannot position anywhere in these fights, and they might be able to find another, as ABED with this Hawk Vision. Hexed up is the Ember. They've got the Shackles to be able to cancel. Yopaj with the help of the power shot's going to be able to bring down the Sharp, but he's going to be careful though. Nice dodge. He's got the Remnant on top of the high gun as well, but he's going to end up falling. The Conquer X. Yeah, bit of a nuisance there. Well, they might try and deal with the Sven, who's got this Warcry. Where's the Ire though? There's a little bit on the back. It's going to try and give him the buff up, and now Arfu attempts to TP out as well. He's going to make it too. Oh no.
But yeah, individual skill, there's a reason he's one of the top rated players in the entire world. Invisor bot, wonder if he's going to get baited into going for it, or if it's going to be...
They want to fight actually up top. Undying in trouble inside the river. Beastmaster silence stops. It looks like Playard's going to be able to disengage, but now with the relocate on top of the backline, they don't find the Drow Ranger, so this could be pretty decent here, but the Ire is in trouble as well. inYourdreaM's going to try and turn with the control. Superman forward on top of the Drow Ranger. Where's the space required to keep Natsu alive? Looks like he's unable to run anywhere. Gets back a little bit, but what's the consequences? The rest of Dire, they're just able to follow up here as inYourdreaM's going to have the Stormhammer back up once again. Playard trying to play around through the fog, but unfortunately won't be able to do so successfully there, so it's going to be a 3 for 2. How do they want to jump this? They're going to smoke up Dire, trying to look to wrap all the way around where they still have this ward on the high ground. Yopaj attempting the TP. Will make it. Looks like Play Hard, however, is going to be the price. Just inYourdreaM up on the high ground, instantly pings out the ward, knowing where it is. But, I mean, and meanwhile, Undying simultaneously actually running forward under vision. They just get another freebie.
Kind of surprised he didn't use the Rupture just to try and dissuade him from following.
We're seeing kind of the Beastmaster with that Inner Beast, the IO as well, so a lot of extra potential. Polo? Drop the Serpent Wards, and so they're just having, you know, the Hex is really nice, this instant stun lock for someone who's incredibly mobile like the Ember Spirit, but yeah, it's been a hero that China have had a lot of emphasis on. We're seeing how it's able to play right now from Polo, and it's been decent, but like you said, you know, could have heroes that can kind of fill the starters. Meanwhile, in the river, they're gonna get the roar out on Yopaj on top of the backline. inYourdreaM straight away finds the Drow Ranger, the perfect target they want to start the fight. He'll get a secondary kill, claiming his godlike streak. And meanwhile, in the river, the perfect chain lockdown. Team Dog just taking team fight after team fight without a care in the world. As Neon, they just lose 3 heroes like that. Now it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to defend this high ground push. As inYourdreaM pops the God Strength, going to work on top of the tier 3 tower, which will claim it already. And Radiant, they're going to have to do something here, as those multi-shots just do absolutely nothing.
Paladin Sword coming out. Good timing for the smoke as well. They know that the Aegis has just worn off, though God Strength is coming back up in about 5 seconds time. How's the time to go for pickups though?
See who they can find. ICEICEICE playing the high ground. They're going to drop the ward to get the vision now with the chains as well. Raw still on cooldown. Arthur's going to try and get the relocate fast enough. And now with Mechanism heal, it looks like Beastmaster's going to be fine. It's a lot of damage with the Blood Run on top of the backline. Circle wards continuing to control this Drow on top of the backline. Where's the follow-up? And there it is. Torrent, 3-man, Stormhammer, Radiant. They get shredded in that choke point, man. What a torrent from ABED and inYourdreaM out of nowhere with the Superman.
Shackle shot rather up onto the Sven, so he was out of the fight for a good early portion of that, but still all it takes is one Superman leap forward and that is 3 heroes dead.
That's going to be all she wrote, it looks like, with inYourdreaM's God Strength wearing off, although he is underneath vision. Let's see if they can punish this. They also have the bounties about to come up as well, so they really want to try and prevent inYourdreaM from getting that, but unfortunately he's already got it and scurried himself away.
Went for the string chains combo. Who's been caught out? It looks like it's scam. He is done.
There's just nothing you can do. Zen flies out of nowhere. The relocate as well. Looks like Arfu wants to join in with this potential follow-up as inYourdreaM catches, and now the Undying's going to pay the price. And meanwhile, off to the side as well, Conquer controlling up Ember with a follow from Polo. They've got the Hex into the Shackles. That's a 3rd death through this engagement as Neon down 23k, and ICEICEICE saying, you know, whatever we pick last game, we'll take the opposite in the draft. And you know, just kind of all fun and games for these boys as they take a secondary set of racks in the mid lane, and they don't have T2 is still up top, and meanwhile actually down bot. Polo finds the Drow Ranger, so it looks like unfortunately you could be in a bit of trouble here. Natsumi is actually going to try and turn and just shreds through the shaman, so interesting. Oh, let's see if it looks like they're well aware of this. Yeah, they're running down. Natsumi's, I mean, he's got the blink.
You hate seeing that scan just on the map that it turns into red and you're like,
oh, they know he's still there. That illusion bait does nothing. Oh, there's one roll. Waste it, but now with the balls, they'll find him. Natsumi, nowhere to run. That's, so now with the Torrent Storm, chances of getting a 4 and 5 man go up drastically, as well as Neon holding the high ground. I mean, you don't have the Wind Ranger here at the moment. Bot, mid, and top will all shoved in, so they're going to try and... Oh, nice sound. BKB popped instantly. The eyes fall pretty low here to start, which is a key target for them to be able to bring down. Looks like Undying's in a bit of trouble as well. Pops the Ghost Scepter, but it looks like Dai just going to try and deal with the Tombstone instantly now with the Roar as well, controlling up Scam. Undying's going to be the next target as well, and Yopaj doesn't have any more remnants to be able to utilize here, so he could be in trouble. Up to the northern side, however, with the relocate coming out, inYourdreaM and Arfu looking to hunt Natsumi. A chuck of the rub shot, trying to control up this Vamp, but this Stormhammer not having a care in the world with the Supermans can just chase him through the ends of the world. As creeps are inside the base, as they are able to take a successful fight. They do buyback on that Ira, but they're not even done just yet. It's now with the Torrent Storm. Yopaj, yeah, you missed it. It didn't really do too much. A bit of a whiff there, but Yopaj with Invis gets the bounty, and see if he gets the extra one as well. He's gonna get there. Oh, ABED will. Okay. The damage, we'll see if they're able to dish it out. I mean, Drow being able to get set up on the high ground, relocating deeper inside the base is going to be a lot difficult, but yeah, I don't think
it ain't happening.
Yeah.
Mech, cheese, holy lock in.
No, ABED just blinking forward. Torrent Storm's going to be up in a couple of seconds as well. Still got the BKB to be able to get rid of the silence. Now ICEICEICE with control up on top of the Ember Spirit. Shackles gives him a little bit of protection, but now Yopaj still Lotus doesn't do anything. Torrent Storm flying out. They need further up control, and the Ghost Fleet is going to be able to provide that. Ember down, no buyback available. They do get a nice 2-man Shackles, but it just doesn't matter, as that's going to be Mega Creep Gaming and our Team Dog. Well, there we go. If the D's are dropped, then we're going to have our third series of the night tied up 1-1.
Yeah. Way too ambitious of a draft in my mind. Just, if any lane went like it did for that mid lane, it was just over. There's no coming back from that. You have no one that really wants to stand in front line against this.